Good morning, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you the Hyundai Tucson range. Brian's my name. If there's any information you want on the cars, please give us a call, 045 531 000, or if you come to the garage in Kildare, just ask for Brian. So this is the range of Hyundai Tucson. Starting off, we'll say there is the first model called a Comfort Plus. So if you're looking at this video, it's probably that you've inquired about a car or you've seen an advert where there's a number of different specifications available. But the first one is what's called Comfort. Comfort will be available in a 1.6 petrol or also a 1.7 diesel. So the first thing on Comfort, standard features are going to be things like alloy wheels. After that then you will have daytime running lights at the front, nice parking light that comes down along here. The 1.6 petrol engine is probably going to run somewhere in the region of, it's going to be $390 a year for road tax, whereas the diesel equivalent is going to be €200 a year road tax. Fuel efficiency probably close to the region of 40 miles per gallon on a petrol, whereas on the diesel we're closer to 50 miles per gallon. But features are going to be the exact same. So as you were saying, everything's going to be colour coded, nice big grille on the front, double optic headlight setup. As you were saying, a 16-inch alloy wheel, nice chrome roof rails up high. Then at the back we have parking sensors which are going to be standard on that particular model. After that, mirrors, door handles are colour coded. So the first model, which is this one, Comfort, actually comes with quite a nice finish, because inside as well there's some features like cruise control and Bluetooth. Size of the boot is always going to be standard, so it's quite good, bigger than the iX35 predecessor. Full size alloy wheel with toolkit, and then after that just these grab handles for closing down the boot, depending on what way you can. Sometimes you find that that is useful depending on your height, and also just for keeping the back of the car clean. Rear electrics with child locks. After that then three 3-point safety belts, ISOFIX across the centre for 2 points, so child seat. We have armrest in the centre, and as we were saying then, a third 3-point safety belt for the middle passenger down along through here as well. Kangaroo pockets down through the back, kangaroo pockets on the other side. After that then, rear lighting. The cool thing about the rear seats as well is, just bear in mind, these cars are brand new off a truck, so unfortunately they haven't been cleaned or detailed yet. The problem with the Tucson is they're selling quite quickly, so by the time we clean them they're normally actually sold. But the boot and seat, you can get quite a nice flat kind of setup along there. But the other thing is, now how am I going to do this while holding a camera? There's going to be some really poor camera work just for a moment. So while the camera's on the floor, I'm just lifting the seat back up because you need two hands to do it. Anyway, the seat's back up here now, but what happens is that there allows an adjuster, so you can actually recline the back seats. So what I mean by that is, okay, so we open the boot. If you see here, the middle cover along there comes back to there, and we can bring that back. So now that's gone back a level, which puts a bit of space along here. And again, we'll just close down this boot and we'll go along the back. And what's going to happen now is I'm going to lift this and I'm going to recline the seat further back. Just do that with my elbow, but you do it with your two hands obviously. So it means now this passenger here can have I guess a much more, oh my god, that's actually good, that's steady. It gives such a larger amount of space in the back of the car, because I haven't really had this in a car or any car we've had the range before, so it looks like only a small adjustment, but actually it makes a massive difference in terms of comfort. Well, okay. Right, so that's going to be standard. Again, bearing in mind this is the first model in the Tucson range. Front and rear electrics for windows, centre locking down through here. I'm just going to widen down this air conditioner unit for a minute. So what we have over here then, electrics for windows, electrics for mirrors, central lock, child locks for rear windows, obviously electrics for mirrors up here. Inside here we've got things like trip computer, so that's going to give your speed readout, basically how much mileage on the car, how much fuel you've got left in the tank. And then if we use that, we swap across to another menu, which is going to be things like, we'll say, tire pressure, service, so it's all maintenance kind of stuff. Again, we hit that there, and we're down into other things like various different settings, door locking and all that kind of stuff. Cruise control with speed limiter down through here, traction control, usual brightness of the dash and all that kind of stuff down along through there, usual wiper controls, light controls down through there. If you leave the lights on and you turn off the car, they automatically turn off anyway. We got hill descent control. So depending on adverse conditions, or maybe in a field or something like that, it's quite useful for descending using the ABS system, and the vehicle stability control system. After that then we do have a function basically at traffic lights where the car will automatically shut down, and everything stays working in the car, but it just means that most modern cars will have it now. It just means that you're not using fuel. The second you touch the clutch, it starts straight back up again. So just say fuel. Parking sensors on or off for the rear. So if I go for reverse on this car, we get that noise. Just tell me that I'm close to the wall behind. Storage armrest, which is leather coated. After that then 6 forward gears, heating controls down through here with air conditioning, usual front and rear windscreen demisters, radio CD up through here with USB connectors and auxiliary connectors as well. Driver, passenger, side of the seat, curtain airbags, same on my side here, steel bars for side impact protection, anti-lock brakes at the front, and vehicle stability control. So anti-lock brakes means you're not going to lock up, and you have maximum braking pressure, maximum turning ability while the car is under its maximum braking pressure. So it just means you can slam on the brakes and still maintain control. And then vehicle stability control is going to be where if the back end of the car moves around, it starts to manipulate things like ABS, and it puts traction to the wheels that need it the most. So it's basically to stop the car ever doing a 360. That's the comfort model starting off. So the first model in the range, great value to be fair, and that car then will come with, as we were saying, 1.7 or 1.6 petrol, 1.7 diesel or 1.6 petrol. If you go to the next model up called Comfort Plus, Comfort Plus, the first thing is going to be front fog light. It's also got a skid plate down along here compared to that. And after that then you go from a 16-inch wheel, which is that shape, to a 17-inch wheel, which is that shape. The other thing as well is that it will have tinted rear glass, and also it's got an LED tail light. So if we look along here, we have the bulbs along here on the Comfort. On this one we have a nice LED style tail light along here. At the back, the boot's going to be the exact same. In terms of the back seats, it's going to be identical. The material on the seats is different. Somehow that's managed to lock, because I locked it here probably. So if we could just bear that material in mind for a sec, and if we swap over onto this, so it's just a different material on that particular one. We also now gain a rear vent for the rear passengers over here as well. So really on the outside, tinted rear glass, LED style tail light, front fog light, larger alloy wheel, front fog lights at the front, and then after that on the inside you will have okay, first thing here, dual zone climate control. So I've got a second now. Alright. Okay, sorry, just a bit of noise there in the background from someone beside me with a machine. Anyway, the dual zone climate control along here, so different temperatures on each side of the car, which are totally independent and automated as well. After that then, same kind of setup along here, one extra button here. We got a steering wheel control, so we can have normal or we can have a sport mode, and all that's going to do is just change how sensitive the steering wheel is. After that, these controls are the exact same as the last car we've just looked at. So the first thing along here is the clean air system, which has, you know, just a humidity sensor on it, but for sampling the air quality that's in the car, and then it can make adjustments if you have it sitting on automatic like that. So you might say, I want 28 or 29 or 30, or I want 18 over there, and the car will go about sampling the air and then doing checks and making changes on this to keep the car cabin climate specific to those numbers. After that then, radio setup, and that is going to be the exact same as the car we looked at before. So really they are the main differences overall. On the outside, the external things we talked about. On the inside, the rear vents, the control over here. After that, we've got silver handles for the doors and locks and stuff as well. I'm sure there is one or two things that I'm just missing out on here. Yes, okay, the headlights are now gone into automatic, so you can leave them in auto function, and during the day, daytime runners are always on. At night then your headlights will come on themselves, so the only thing you ever need to do is just go from full to dip. So they're the main differences overall. That's Comfort Plus, only available in diesel, but the good thing about Comfort Plus actually is it looks the exact same as the next models ahead of it as well. So Comfort Plus, Executive is literally identical on the outside. So you cannot tell the difference between these two cars from the outside unless you see this Executive, or at a glance you'll see it has a leather interior. Leather comes in different colours, so if you look at, we'll say, a black car like this one, or a micron grey coloured car, which is actually the car that's beside us, that kind of colour. Those two colours come with this beige interior. So what that means is, so the boot and the rear seats, all the kind of same setups before, except for they're now leather coated. So you'll have full tan leather or full black leather. So every other colour basically besides micron grey and black are going to be black leather, whereas micron grey and black are going to have beige leather. After that then we now have a big reverse camera in through here. Unfortunately I haven't actually set this car up, or we haven't set this car up yet. So radio, which is touchscreen, and then we will have navigation. Yeah, okay, we don't have the SD card. Okay, there's an SD card basically that comes down to us when the car is brand new, so in here we'll have navigation as well, so that's quite cool. The other thing as well, we now have heated seats. Alright, so passenger and driver have different grade heated seats as well. So the main difference in an Executive is like getting Comfort Plus, we're putting full leather in it with heated seats. You've also got navigation and a big reverse camera as well. And the last thing then is going to be the Executive, which is this one here. Executive basically is the same as the other models as well, except for it's now got a glass roof. So the main thing, sorry, this is premium, sorry. So the first model Comfort, second model Comfort Plus, third model premium, sorry, third model Executive, fourth model premium. So premium's going to have a big glass roof, which actually opens out as well, so it's a sunroof and a glass roof as well. It's also now got an electrochromatic rear mirror, which means you got a compass, and it also darkens itself if someone comes up behind you, and also it's got rain sensitive wipers too. So those three specific criteria are the differences on those models. So that is pretty much the setup on the Tucson range. The Tucson range is going to be 5 years warranty, 5 years AA cover. Obviously we do PCP and finance. The garage here is in Kildare. So any information you want on the car, Brian's my name, give me a call. So just to reiterate, Comfort starts off 1.6 or 1.7 diesel, and then we have Comfort Plus, which gains things on the outside like the tinted windows, larger wheels, front fog lights, and on the inside then the flex steer system, rear vents for the back, automatic headlights. The third one then is going to be Executive. So Executive basically is going to be like the car we looked at beside us, so full leather, oh, I got a mental block here. Yeah, reversing camera and satellite navigation, and then the fourth model is this one with electrochromatic mirror, auto lights, and roof up above. After that, I suppose if you give us a shout, you probably have a trade-in, or maybe you have a deposit. We can do calculations for you. The garage is here this year as 2016, 65 years in business. So hopefully something like this is of interest, and thanks for taking time to watch.